So, Resident Evil Reverse has officially shut down now, but at the time that I'm recording this, it is June 28th at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is just a couple of hours before the game is supposed to shut down, and before it officially does, I wanted to go through and just view each of my stats on this game, because I have been playing it since launch. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Before we do, I just want to point out the wallpapers are really cool in this game, and you best believe I've got all of them. But anyways, let's move on to the actual part of this video, which is the stats. And as you can see right at the top here, Hunk is my most played character with 353 matches played. Second place is Chris, he's a really good player. Leon at third, with Jill fourth. That's surprising actually to me. Ada, Claire, and then all the Hound Wolf Squad members, because they didn't actually come out until later in Resident Evil Reverse. Now, down here with the total playtime, of course Hunk is still first with total playtime of almost 15 hours. That's pretty cool. I never really had a main character, but according to the stats, I guess Hunk would be my main character for anyone who wants to know. And second place would be Chris with 14 and a half hours played. Then of course there's also Leon, Ada, Jill. See, that's why I'm surprised that I have so many matches played as Jill, because over here my time played as Jill is like not a lot. Then of course we got Claire, and then all the Hound Wolf Squad members. And to my surprise, K9 is my least played character with 5 hours 14 minutes, but they're all about even for the most part. Umber Eyes is surprisingly my most played Hound Wolf Squad member with 8 hours 48 minutes. I've played him a lot and I'm still not good with him. Anyways, now on to the kills. Chris is actually my number one for most kills, with 2,039 kills. And then Hunk, of course, good second place. Leon, Ada, Jill, Claire. Claire's kind of been low for me, I suppose. I guess I don't play a lot of Claire when it comes to the main Resident Evil characters, and my stats are just going to show that, I guess. I don't play a lot of Claire. And Umber Eyes, actually my only Hound Wolf Squad member that I've actually gotten a total of 1,000 kills with, which is 1,020 total kills. And all the rest, not so much. K9 only 740, my bad. And the rest, not that much either. So I guess I actually get a lot of kills with Umber Eyes. I'm surprised. Okay, so now the average score. These ones don't really matter to me so much. I don't know about you guys, but if you guys like the little individual stats for average score and stuff like that, go ahead and feel free to just look through these. These are my average kills, max kills. Max kills is with Ada, which is 23. Most kills I've gotten in a single match is actually with Hunk, but this doesn't count that because I would have gotten some creature kills in that game to help me get all those kills that game. So my most kills with actually a human in a single match would be Ada with 23. And then distance dodged, obviously Ada's in first for that because her dodging is just insane in this game, like literally broken. Average score is Ada because her crossbow is insane. Average kills, Ada, I guess. I mean, I don't play a lot of Ada, but her crossbow is insane, like I said, so. Max kills, I already saw that. That was in a single life, so I must have got a flawless game. Average damage dealt. Max damage dealt. Average survival time. Wow. My average survival time is number one Claire with 40 seconds. Ada, 39 seconds. They're all like so close. That's pretty cool to see. I play with a variety of characters, as you guys see. I try to play with all of them. And if you guys know me, that's always how I've been. I just like to play with every single character in the game, all the ones that they have to offer, good or bad. But it's really cool to see these stats are all so close to each other and everything, and a lot are surprised about which ones are my most or which ones are my least. Like this one, Hunk. I play a lot of Hunk, but I only survive 33 seconds with him on average. But anyways, longest survival time, Ada Wong, 5 minutes 19 seconds. I don't know how I got 5 minutes 19 seconds, but I guess I got a flawless game, and the game went 19 seconds after its allowed time, so I'll take it. GG's. Now, moving on to the individual stats, we've got Chris Redfield. I've played 325 matches with Chris. Oh, my bad, I was going to scroll down, I used the wrong one. There's my longest survival time with Chris, which is 3 minutes 58 seconds. Max kills and / life is 16. So that'd be my max kills in a single life, I suppose. And all of these stats, which I don't really care for so much. I've got a lot of herbs while playing as Chris, 1052, and ammo boxes. Oh, see, I don't usually check these stats. I don't know how this menu system works here. But anyways, on to Jill. And here's all this stuff if you guys care to see it. I kind of just skimmed through this personally, but like I said, I just kind of wanted to showcase this before the game shuts down, in case when it does I can never look back at these. I would kind of like to just see all these stats maybe in the future. And if you guys like to see stats and stuff too, then hopefully you guys are enjoying this video so far. But this menu system is kind of different. Because then, see, now we're at the top. So total matches with Leon is 319. And longest survival time, 4 minutes 29 seconds. I must have gotten close to a flawless game with Leon before, but just never was able to do so. And yeah, okay. 13 hours, 18 minutes played with him. And all my single match stats over there on the right. And now we're down here, so now we're going to go down to Claire, but now it's at the bottom, so now I got to go back up. That's what I was mentioning earlier. It's kind of just a little bit annoying. But Claire Redfield, 262 matches played. Max kills, 19. Average kills, if any of you guys care about that stuff. Max kills in a life, 19 as well. I've gotten a flawless with Claire, so that's why 5 minutes 2 seconds, longest survival time. And all this other extra stats down here. Now Ada, now we gotta go back up to the top. 281 matches played. Max kills 23, we saw that earlier, we saw all of this earlier. So that's why I'm gonna skim through a lot of these, because they're kind of just little extra stats. I think it's cool that the game has all of these here, so that you can actually view them, which is what I'm doing, because now we can't play the game anymore. But longest survival time is Hunk, almost 3 minutes, so I've definitely never gotten a flawless as Hunk before, but I would have liked to have. And that's just something I was never able to successfully pull off. But let's see, my longest survival time is Umber Eyes. I've had 215 matches as Umber Eyes. Longest survival time, 3 minutes, 14 seconds. Okay, definitely never got a flawless as him either. I would have been pretty surprised if I managed to get a flawless as Umber Eyes. Okay, 121 matches played as K9. I don't think that's a whole lot, to be honest. 4 minutes, 12 seconds. Longest survival time as K9. That means I was kind of close to a flawless. Okay, up here with Lobo, 129 matches played. With 17 max kills in a match. In a life though, 13. And 4 minutes, 44 seconds longest survival time. I almost got a flawless as Lobo. And I just failed, apparently. I was close though. And here's all this stuff. I've only gotten 340 herbs as Lobo. Earlier as Chris, it said I got over 1,000. Wow. Okay, now on to Night Howl. 128 matches as Night Howl. I do like Night Howl, but I have not played a lot of matches with him apparently. 4 minutes 43 seconds longest survival time as Night Howl. So I almost did manage a flawless as Night Howl once, but just couldn't get the job done. And lastly, with Tundra, we've got 141 total matches played, 17 max kills in a match, 12 max kills in a life, 3 minutes 11 seconds longest survival time. And I don't know if this includes private matches or not because of all the tournaments and stuff that we've played in the past, so if it discludes private matches and stuff, then these stats could be a lot different. And moving on to the creature ranking and stuff now, which is total times transformed. Look at that. The fat molded, I've been him a lot of times. That's because he's the most common though. You don't get any virus capsules, you become fat molded. So on a lot of occasions, I just end up dying, I guess, and then becoming fat molded. And then there's all the other ones, especially like the Lichen, because that one didn't come out until later on in an update for Reverse. So obviously that's why his stats are lower. And then total playtime, 16 and a half hours as the fat molded, 10 and a half hours as Jack Baker, a grueling 10 and a half hours as Jack Baker, Super Tyrant, 10 hours 14 minutes, Nemesis 9 and a half, 8 hours 15 for the Hunter, and 8 hours 11 minutes for the Lichen. Total kills, wow, I've gotten a lot of kills with the fat molded, I'm surprised. Alright, and then Super Tyrant and Nemesis are like second and third for most kills. That makes sense, because they're the creatures that you actually get for having 2 virus capsules, so they're the most OP. Average score, oh, Super Tyrant, nice, and Nemesis, yeah, like I said, they're the most OP, so it makes sense. And average kills, max kills, oh wow, 9 max kills with the Lichen in a single match. I must have been popping off as the Lichen in that game. And then I got 7 as the Hunter and the Super Tyrant in a single match, and then I got 6 as Nemesis, 5 as the Fat Molded and Jack Baker. Average damage dealt. Most of my damage dealt is with Nemesis and the Super Tyrant, and that's obviously because they're the most OP ones to be. Max damage dealt. Oh wow. Wow, like surprising close right there. 7,170 to 7,160 between the Super Tyrant and the Lichen for max damage dealt. Wow, that's really close. They're almost tied. Then average survival time, Jack Baker with 33 seconds. Okay. 32 for Super Tyrant, 31 for Nemi, 30 for Lichen, 25 for Hunter, 13 seconds for Fat Molded. Longest survival time, oh wow, longest I've survived is with Fat Molded. Okay. He's like the weakest one to beat too, so I'm surprised that I survived for as long as I did with the Fat Molded. And then second place is Lichen, third place is Jack, fourth is Super Tyrant, fifth is Nemi, and last is the Hunter with 1 minute 22 seconds. Wow. Surprisingly, Fat Molded, almost 2.5 minutes, which is like half of the match. So I can't really recall what match that was, but I guess I spent half the match as the Fat Molded. So I'll take it. Alright, now over here is just all the extra kind of creature stats. And like the previous stuff, we've seen a good amount of these. The Fat Molded, 0 finishers performed. That's because he had no finishers to be performed. And down here is the Lichen. I have 147 finishers performed as the Lichen. That's actually quite a bit, so I'll take that. 2 minutes 24 seconds longest survival time. Like I said, we already saw some of that stuff. This is the Hunter Y. 1,156 times transformed. Okay. 323 finishers performed. Okay. 349 finishers for the Jack Baker. I want to see who's the creature I have with the most finishers performed now, actually. This is cool. 1 minute and 51 seconds with the longest survival time of Nemesis. That's not a whole lot for Nemi. and 1,097 times transformed, with 227 finishes performed. Okay, his is a little bit harder to pull off, I think. 1,124 times transformed as Super Tyrant, with 1 minute 53 seconds longest survival time. And down here, 307 finishers performed. Okay, so that means that I've done the most finishers with Jack Baker. Wow. With Jack Baker's Welcome to the Family Punch. Alright. So, that does it for my stats of Resident Evil Reverse. I've been playing this game since launch, so let me know what you guys think about my stats. Do you think they're good or not? Hunk is my most played character, so if you want to call me a Hunk main, then I'll take it. And of course, before I get out of here, I might as well show I got the battle pass complete. I did not reach 6k MMR, but I wish I did. I got the maximum amount of money or currency or whatever it is that they call it in this. I've got all of the creature skins, like the Super Tyrant from 1998, Inferno Nemi from RE3 Remake, Shirtless Jack, Hunter Y from RE Outbreak, the Armored Lycan, and Mama Molded. Also, of course, over here, I've got all the character skins for Chris. I got every single victory pose, which I'm sure most people that play this game for a decent amount of time probably have all this stuff too, of course. I've got all the gun wraps, I've got all the weapon charms. Let me go a little bit slower so you guys can see all this stuff in case you care about it. I think the weapon charms are pretty cool. Some of them are really sick. Okay, there's all the weapon charms and everything. There's all the stuff that I use. This was for the challenge that I was doing for my stream the other night, so don't question the MMR protector. I was choosing a random build, and that was the coin that I got given. Here's all the costumes for Jill. RE5 is my favorite game, so of course Jill Battlesuit has been my favorite skin for her in this game. I've got all the poses, of course. All of this stuff we already saw. All of Leon's costumes. I like the classic uniform from RE2, OG RE2 look. I think it's the cleanest look for Leon, and it's really nostalgic looking as well. Claire, I've got all of her stuff. I think the Revelations 2 one's really cool, but she's got some pretty good costumes. Ada, Trenchcoat Ada is a pretty cool one. I also like the RE6 Ada though, don't get me wrong. And Hunk. I don't know, it's hard to tell which Hunk I like. I think this is my favorite Hunk costume with the camo, even though I've never played Umbrella Corps, but also the Grim Reaper one is really cool. Umber-Eyes, I got the Tom Clancy collab for Umber-Eyes with the Tom Clancy skin on. I got the Tom Clancy skin on for most of the characters because they're all just pretty clean, especially Night Howl. Look at Night Howl. That's such a clean look right there. I mean, maybe if he got rid of his backpack though. I think if he got rid of his backpack, he'd be a really cool looking character. And of course Tundra. Tundra's a pretty cool one too, to be honest. And the emote, of course. And I also, of course, have all the coins. I have every single coin unlocked, and as you see, I've got all of them maxed out. Because why wouldn't I? I've been playing the game for as long as I have. And same with the creature coins. So, that's it for my Resident Evil Reverse stats. I've got about 460 hours on the game, and I've been playing it since launch. So, this concludes my stats. I will miss Resident Evil Reverse very dearly, but don't worry, I'll still have a couple of Reverse videos to post that I've done in the past, so this isn't the actual end when it comes to my channel. But it is going to be soon, so leave your suggestions down below in the comments for what you want me to play while we wait for RE9. With that being said, I will see you guys all in the next video tomorrow. Peace.